What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. So on Wednesday, I'd been in the studio editing photos and videos all day. I had a few Zoom meetings, so just a lot of screen time, and it was a first really nice day in a while. So as it got towards the evening, I decided I would hop on my bike and go for a ride. I used to ride pretty much every Wednesday with a group of people, but since all the crazy stuff has been happening, we've been following the guidelines with social distancing, and a group ride just really doesn't make sense. Obviously, if you follow my channel, I'll ride with one or two other people at a time. So anyways, I was heading out, and it was about that perfect time that we would normally have met up. And so I decided I'd swing by the bike shop and see if maybe there's just one or two people hanging out that were going to do anything. So this is my friend Ryan here. I shot that photo of him with my film camera, and he was up for a ride, and then Ben was just getting off work from the bike shop, so he decided to go with us too. I had my Canon Canonet with the expired TMax 400 I have so much of on me, and then my GoPro, and so I figured, pretty light, maybe make a little video, shoot a couple photos of my friends. We did this route we call the East Side Tracks. It's kind of this gravel route through along the little Cuyahoga River and stuff, just kind of a cool way through Akron that's really off the beaten path, which is kind of important lately, as I've been mentioning in a lot of my videos, just that there's so many people out on the trails, and the way we like to ride is a little faster, and also I don't think it's very good social distancing to be crowded on bike trails with a bunch of other people, even though I'm wearing this shirt from one of my favorite bike paths. Anyway, so we got out. It was pretty. I was shooting some videos and stuff like that. And then we're going by a factory wall that we passed a number of times that Ben had stopped by the week before, and he told us there was a lot of cool stuff around and we should check it out. So we went up there, and this is right where we got off the trail. That's Ryan sitting on his bike. And there were these weird balloons, 30th birthday party type balloons, and made for a cool photo with the light shining off them. And then this wall where people had been leaving messages. So I don't know if this old factory warehouse thing, if someone was throwing some, illegal rave birthday party there over the weekend, or if the owners were having maybe some last blowout before this thing gets torn down, because that's the kind of shape it looks like it's in. But anyways, we go around back, and it's stuff like this old 50s Chevy. I assume that's a Chevy. I'm not a vintage car nerd, but yeah, definitely some 50s car there that just looks so cool in the perfect light. And then there's my bike in front of this pile of rubble, and this old Jeep that's sitting up there on blocks, and just all kinds of stuff. This is looking at, there's, I think, 3 or 4 of these campers that have been kind of stripped down, sitting out there. So I'm guessing after this place was whatever it was as a machine shop factory, someone had been using it for storage for years, and it looks like this stuff has been yanked out at some point and left around the yard. Another view of that car, which is just really cool, with the light hitting it and the white high contrast type shot. And if you look in the background, there's another beat up old car, like a Chevy Bronco or something back there. This is my bike inside. So this is one of those things with the rangefinders that could kind of drive me crazy. Is I actually took, I think, 3 or 4 shots of my bike in here, and I missed the focus on about 3 of them. With the light being a little lower sometimes, I just have a hard time matching up that ghosted image look. Whereas I know if I had an SLR, I would be using the split prism and pretty much nailing it. But this is one of those examples of the best camera really is the one you have with you. Here's another shot where I kind of missed the focus. And the fact that my Canonet is so small and fits in my little backpack or in my bike bags, as I showed in the last video how I like to bring it with me. And then I could also have my GoPro, just a tiny little package to have some good cameras on me. It's better than nothing, and like I said, best camera is the one you have with you. But this is a time where I would have loved to have every piece of camera gear I owned with me. But, little bike ride, and it wasn't I didn't plan it to be a photo expedition. Another shot of Ben there, and I just love the looks of these walls and the gradients and everything like that. All these old wood forms that must be, I would guess, original to whatever they made here. Just the light was streaming in. It was, perfect golden hour light, and the light was streaming in from the big windows on the other side. And here you could see those windows in this puddle reflection. Another, like some kind of wood form, but you can see how long the shadows are coming off the numbers. I just love lighting like that, and it's perfect for doing these kind of, simple still lifes. Ben and Ryan exploring. You can see the place is pretty massive, and it's awesome with the light in that other room. these plants or these weeds coming up through the cracks with these steps on the one side and all the stuff falling away, and the light just coming in from that side angle there makes for a really cool photo. This is looking down. This is where we came in, just looking down it with the windows and looking down the other side. It's probably my favorite shot from the day. You know, this obviously posed. I had them each stand in one of those, you know, spots in the window, and then their shadows. I just thought that came out pretty cool. Another shot, another reflection shot in a puddle. Again, another spot where the light was coming in from the windows and just hitting all these little interesting things. Ryan exploring. This is in the older part of the factory. I would assume it was actually had a brick floor, as you could see. Looking down the expanse of this part, I thought this old logo looked really cool, faded and high contrast. Another shot where I kind of missed the focus, but it almost gave it a dreamy quality because it's part where the wall and ceiling had caved in, and that silhouette of the rafters at the top is something I really like. This is my other probably favorite shot. This is looking directly across, which is why the light is so good because there's no wall there. The basketball hoop and these old tires and pallets, just kind of a cool contrast with the white, very white wall. There are actually like 3 or 4 more basketball hoops around in there. This old pickup bed, getting pretty good light, right, the light there too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I wish I had a couple more rolls of film on me, and you know, it would have been great to have my DSLR and long lenses and super wide angle lenses and everything, but also the portability is why I even had cameras with me out on a group ride like this. So it still turned out to be worthwhile. Somewhere I wouldn't mind trying to go back at the same kind of time where the light is really good like this, and maybe I will get to try it out and bring some different equipment with me and get some different shots. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this video scrolling some of the color shots I did take with the GoPro, which, you know, for video look fine, for, you know, Instagram look fine. If it's something I wanted to blow up, they would pretty much fall apart. The GoPro could take decent photos, but they're, I don't know, when you're used to being a, you know, professional photographer, they're not up to, you know, the standard that I would like them to be anyways. So yeah, and then at the card at the end, I will link to the video of us just riding out there and riding around and exploring this factory. But yeah, have a couple more videos coming out later this week, and I will see you then.